What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quarter. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you're here in the U.S. or abroad celebrating Thanksgiving, I hope you're having a safe day and enjoying lots of good food and family and friends. If you're working today, I appreciate you. Delivery truck drivers, people in civil service, people who, prison guards, truck drivers, people in the armed services, the military, healthcare providers, people, nurses, doctors. Lots of people are working today, not enjoying Thanksgiving. So shout out to you. Thankful to you. And I'm thankful to for your viewership today. I didn't take the day off because I just kind of, the way I run things is I try to, understand that, a lot of people work today. Retail workers work today. And so, best to suffer together. And so I worked today. Last night, there was a couple of hilarious hot takes on mainstream media coming from these weirdos who the coof broke. I've got a couple of interesting articles. First, we had this weirdo, psychologist Lisa Damour, on managing family tension during Thanksgiving. I've never really had that issue. I don't have, my family generally stays away from politics and stuff like that at Thanksgiving. It's just, everyone kind of knows where everyone sits and nobody really brings it up because that's uncouth. Anyway, serve Thanksgiving appetizers in the garage while waiting your coof rapid test results. That's right. This woman wants you to test everybody in the garage before you allow them into the house. Now, there are people out there who have just been destroyed by the coof. They exist. I've heard stories from people I actually know about family members who are requiring a negative test for Thanksgiving or requiring proof of jab. You're just not my family anymore. That's how I roll. And, I respect your decision to be a psychopath. But no, even if I were jabbed and I had a family member requiring me to prove it to them before I was allowed into their home, that would be the last time I ever talked to them. It's insanity. And I don't have any time for it. I work 364 days a year practically. And, if I'm going to take time off to spend time with my family, then I'm not going to deal with that. I'll just stay home. There's lots of good shows on TV. My backlog of video games is insanely deep. But psychologist Lisa Damour encouraged families to try and make potentially uncomfortable family situations fun by offering appetizers in a safer, open environment at their homes, she said on her appearance on CBS Morning. It's tough because people are all over the map on this, all over the map with their risk tolerance. Reasonable. But the rapid tests have been made a lot easier because people's status is we can actually confirm safety on the spot. Did we do this before? I mean, this is going to be a reality for some weirdos for the rest of their life? I'm just opting out of it. And I mean, if you tolerate because, hey, look, I got this great aunt who's 1,000,000 years old and, I don't have a lot of years left, or a grandma or a grandpa, I 100% respect that. But I'm opting out on that. All of my grandparents have moved on. And if it were my wife's grandparents, I'd be skipping. That's just the way I am. And that's fine. I'm sure they would prefer that too. It's tough because if the situation feels weird, maybe make it fun. And say we're going to start with hors d'oeuvres in the garage. We'll have drinks, we'll do our rapid tests, and then come on in. This person, by the way, I feel like all these weirdos are they own stock in Binax or whatever. These tests, for as much as we're required to do them, should be way cheaper. And also, I wonder if, the accuracy seems all over the map. I'm not stating that as a fact. It's just anecdotal from what I hear from people. Let me show you here Joy Henningsen, MD. By the way, not like a surgeon or somebody on the front lines. No disrespect, but a radiologist. Okay, an excellent career, but it's not like they're working on the front lines of the coof. My family will have an empty chair at our Thanksgiving table this year, not because we lost someone to trauma or cancer, but because we lost somebody to #misinformation. Only the poked may attend for safety. Many families will feel this pain. That is the face of a bona fide psychopath. And if you look at her Twitter feed, it's like TDS, but CTDS, CDS. It's CDS. There's 100%, I respect for being smart. Look, you got immunocompromised people, you got elderly people. Social distance, wear your mask, totally reasonable things to do. Requiring your family have medical information on hand to come have Thanksgiving dinner with you, that is not a normal thing. Unless you have a household full of immunocompromised people. You can make it fun, the psychologist said. She persisted. And they'll be able to enjoy the holiday because you're not worried about safety. Nobody in my family is worried about it. There are, I would say, my parents and most of the older generation, they're all poked up. Sometimes they make the occasional comment to the younger generation, make sure you don't get. But for the most part, I haven't missed a single family get together. My life has not changed one bit. Yes, there are some small things like, early on, I was happy to wear a mask around my parents. My dad has COPD. But, now that they're all poked up, they can either have me over or not. That's their choice. I'm not walking around in a medical suit to have overcooked turkey. It's just not how I roll. This year, I'm having Thanksgiving just at my house, and anyone's welcome, who I know personally. And there's going to be 50 people here later, and it's going to be fine. And I'm not going to make people show their papers to get into my house. That's just not how it is. Social media users were quick to ridicule the Thanksgiving plans. If you follow any of this advice, your family is lame and the food is bland and dry. Scientific fact, user Larry Williams tweeted. I would definitely politely decline and go somewhere else. This is insanity, another person said. And by the way, again, I would never advocate for berating that person. They have a mental disorder. They were broken. They're consuming too much mainstream media. Let them live in their bubble. That's fine. You can, learn to cook. This year we smoked a turkey. I've never done that before. It looks like it's going to be amazing. I'll know for a fact in 3 hours from filming this. But, I don't think there's any value in getting into these family battles over this stuff. You just let it ride. You say, oh, okay, well, we're just going somewhere else this year. Or you stay home and you cook at home. Or, a lot of towns have at least 1 or 2 restaurants that are open for Thanksgiving. You make reservations there. You enjoy, if you're like me, I have no issues with my family, but we're not one of those families that needs to see each other all the time. I have a twin sister that I haven't seen, I see her 3 times a year and she lives 20 minutes away. And we're both fine with that. But we love each other and would do anything for each other, but we don't need to see each other every minute of every day. And, if she wants to have, she's a nurse, she wanted to have some sort of restrictions, she would totally understand if I was like, peace out. And I think that's far more normal. I wouldn't yell at her, get in a fight over it. That's stupid. Then you have Joy Behar, another moron, slammed for suggesting people come out this Thanksgiving. Joy Behar is facing backlash for suggesting on Wednesday on an episode of The View that closeted LGBTQIA plus people should come out to their families this Thanksgiving. Yeah, because it's your decision, right? Joy Behar. Everybody out there, just come out to your family this Thanksgiving. Just come out. See what happens, she added. A confused Whoopi Goldberg asked, come out the door? But many people online didn't agree with Joy Behar's holiday planning. Please don't pressure people into coming out of the closet if they're not ready. Meanwhile, another person noted that it's incredibly dangerous to push us to come out before they're ready. What world are you living in? It's 2021. I mean, are there like a small amount of families that this would be a big deal for? Sure. My parents, they probably wouldn't understand it, but it's not like this whole idea that coming out is stunning and brave anymore in 2021 is absurd. It's practically worshipped. People do it, in my opinion, in some cases, just for clout. That's why they film it and put it on TikTok. All these teachers that come, I'm this new crazy titled thing, and then all this little kids clap, and then they put it on TikTok. Get out of here. You're not risking anything. Now, if you don't want to, that's your choice 100%. You don't need to be listening to Joy Behar, but this is what they're talking about. Not Thanksgiving recipes, but you should probably come out. Joy Behar, you're an older, wealthy, entitled white woman. Want people to come out today just because they tweeted. Show us how out of touch you really are. I'm really happy to see just the tides turning against a lot of these woke morons. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you're celebrating Thanksgiving, I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Otherwise, I just hope you have a wonderful day. I'm so thankful for all of you. We'll talk to you again real soon.